I think I got it working. I wish I had a quicker way to see that it's working. I'm gonna assume it is. Usually OBS is crazy about their like, oh you did it wrong kind of thing. Most things are. God, you know, I didn't think about how bright that might be now that I've moved that. Yeah, that's pretty bright. There. Usually I have this thing in the way. It sits like, you know, just immediately to my right. It's like right next to my mouse. It's a cluster. But, yeah. So I already drew this, before Christmas Eve and stuff like that, because I knew I was gonna be busy. So we'll just be working, like, off of this. But basically, for those that are here early enough somehow, or that rewatch this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this line art that I drew, and I have kind of a rough idea of what I want to do. Not really, but I want to kind of show the process of like making a character, at least the process that I go through. It's different for everybody. And down in the description I have a link to the person or people, not entirely sure, that do these like radio live streams of copyright free music. Feel free to check them out. I have a link like to the actual live stream I'm listening to, as well as like a channel link in case that ever just breaks. So you can find them either way. They seem to have a lot that they just leave live, so it's really cool. But yeah, so just a simple laid back video for right after Christmas, because I'm still pretty tired. But yeah, I've been stuck in an art block for far too long. So this is the best line art I could come up with. I know that there's errors in it. I wonder if... No, the mouse doesn't show. I told it to show, but it... You know computers, they do whatever the heck they want, I swear. Like, people tell me otherwise, and I'm like, they code a maybe in there, I swear to God. You know, it's 1 zeros and 0.5s as far as I'm concerned. But, yeah, I wish it showed. Oh, see, it shows this, it just doesn't show... Wow, that's crazy. You know, I can clear that. Oh yeah, I forgot it, like, shows them all. Get out of here, man. How many of these I got? I have a lot in here. I didn't know it saved them all. I wish I knew that. Because then there wouldn't be so many to clear out. Just don't like commission stuff. Oh my gosh. Man, this goes back. Okay. We're gonna be doing this forever, and I might brick this. Just there. It's just gonna be a weird dot. Oh, see, now it's showing my mouse. What the? Man, OBS, you're weird. I'm just gonna leave it at that. So I have this kind of set up weird, so it's literally just recording from this tablet, and then I have all the stuff like, basically like my, I use Microsoft Edge. I don't know why I do it this way. I use Microsoft Edge for my YouTube account, and then I use Opera GX for everything else, and then I even have Chrome sitting there. Just in case I ever need it, because some stuff's like, oh, you have to use Chrome, so I do. I'll just open it. Or Chrome based. Sometimes it doesn't work on Opera, even though it's Chrome based. Irrelevant. So, I'm gonna get started here in a second. But, I have no idea, like, how this is gonna go for character creation. I mean, I could end up with something that looks nothing like this line art. God, my chair keeps sliding over. Whatever, I guess I'll let it. It's so I'm more in the frame. Try to make my image smaller. Just so, like, it's easier to see. I wish I could actually, like, trim it, because it just doesn't let me do that. I don't know why. Oh well. So you'll notice I'll be staring down a lot. I don't have a proper setup, you know, to actually draw. So I usually just have it in my lap and just draw like I'm drawing on like a notebook or something. Maybe I can have it. I don't even know what this cord goes to. The earbuds can move. I'm weird. I put stuff on my laptop. Like I have my glasses and my phone and my gloves. If I can snake this out of here. My tablet comes with a stand. Listen, these aren't formal, so I apologize. Okay, well the light doesn't want to work. My apologies, it's gonna be bright for a minute. While I bully it. You turn, you punk. There we go. Oh boy. There, now I don't have to look down nearly as much. There. And I can draw like this, and yeah, if I draw over here, you can see the pen. If I angle it up. Shouldn't see the pen at all. That works. It's probably better on my neck anyway. Put my drink all the way over there. Okay, so I'm gonna get started. Well, that's been a few moments. Okay. So, what I like to do when I'm designing a character is a lot of times I go on Pinterest. And Pinterest can be a good tool. In my opinion anyway. I know some people don't like it. You can also use Google Images. You can use whatever image software, or not software, but like image sites that you want. Doesn't have to specifically be Pinterest. Doesn't have to, you know, it can be whatever. So, I usually go and I look at palettes. So I have some palettes here. Just kind of whatever spoke to me. I try to just conglomerate. I may not always set it up this way, like where it's actually on the piece itself. I might have it like in MS Paint. So, and then like save it so it's in my reference layer up here. But I didn't feel like doing that. I figured I'd just put it right on here, because then everyone can easily see it. And then I can just hide it and be like, I'm tired of looking at it. But after I do that, and I have my, whatever palettes I like and what's calling out to me, I kind of try to see like patterns. If you'll notice, I'm really leaning towards like orange and kind of reddish colors. Let's see what else. Kind of like in the blues. So I'm kind of liking the cool colors with the warm colors. Is the general vibe, and it may completely change. You know, I may just look at all this and go, I hate all of it, and do my own palette. It just depends. So, okay, let's name that layer. Word of advice: name your layers. I'll call it base outline, because I may make other outlines, and I don't want to mess it up. I can also on this give my layer color, and I really like to do that. So I'm going to do palette ideas, because I want to kind of make my own palette. I don't like to just take palettes, because a lot of times people do that. They'll be like, oh, I love this blue moon, and then they just use that palette. So you'll get like a lot of characters that kind of look the same, and if you don't mind that, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, we don't own colors and color type, color groups. We don't own none of that. If someone tells you that they do, they're lying. So I'm liking this. What would you call this? Salmon? It's looking like a good color. So this is one of my palette ideas. We're gonna label it as number 1. And then I'm gonna decide. And I may pull colors from this, I may not. So let me pick this back up. And for any of you that are wondering what I'm specifically using, so I'm using Clip Studio Paint for my art program, my software, and then for my hardware, I'm using a very terrible laptop. Great in its prime, but it's falling apart. It's old, but that aside, I am using a Huion Canvas 13, the regular, not the Pro. And it comes with like a nice pen. You get 2 buttons on it. You can program them to do whatever you want. And it comes with let me see. It comes with a glove, a stand, and then it also comes with this, so like you can put your pen in it. I threw that into a can. But if you twist it and open it, you got replacement nib. My webcam doesn't like it, but you can kind of see the placement. There we go, replacement nibs. I just have to angle it down. So it's all clean. And I twist it back on, doesn't matter how you twist it on, it just has to be twisted. And then I just throw it over here. Anyway, we're doing palette, but I figured I'd bring that up in case anyone wants to know, and anyone's free to ask questions. Oh. Man. Okay. I'm getting bombarded. It's a whole mess. My mother-in-law probably needs something and my boyfriend's sleeping, so I'm gonna have to step away for just a second, and I'm very sorry for that. Yeah, she's asking. So, sorry. I will leave this up though, just so. Here, I'll write down. Back in a moment. Enjoy music. It's not a C. There. Wrote that kind of fast, but not really. Slow at writing. But I'm gonna mute my mic, and then I'll be back in a moment. Let's see, where's my microphone? Where's my mouse? That's a good question. Oh, it's just running around over there. I'm a fool. There we go. Alright, be back. One moment. And I'm back. Sorry about that. My, I don't know what's happening. Did I roll over that cord? No, I didn't. I swear. I need to redo this whole area. But my wheel fell off my mat. I need to move it over. So I had to step away because my mother-in-law needed someone to crack the ice for her because both of her hands are swelling right now, and had to help with that. For those that don't know, she went through lung cancer within the over the last 6 months. So she's got a bunch of crazy problems that come up, and then she can't always do everything for herself. So I told her to always just call me at any time, and I didn't hear that it was actually ringing for a minute. I feel horrible, but that's why I was like, I gotta go. She's asking for help. I figured she needed something. Anyway, so we were doing our palette idea. I do really like this Phoebe one. I'm gonna do... Maybe... I'm debating on if we should just if I want to do palette planning, or if I just want to kind of wing it, because it depends on what I'm looking for. Sometimes I wing it, sometimes I don't. I don't have a rhyme or reason half the time. Half the time I'm just like, I'm doing this today, and then I do it. I'm good at planning. But I do really like this red color. I'm kind of liking this ooh, excuse me, yellow-orange. It does not blend well with my pink wallpaper, or my pink background. We can do maybe that kind of off-white. How do I change it? Is it this? Okay. It likes to change how it works sometimes. Sometimes I could hit a fill box up here. But there, now it's more of a weird off-white. Okay. And I'm liking this blue. I'm gonna have a Crayola yeen. Wow, and those all kind of go together too. I mean, I'm an artist, and I love colors, but I'm not a color theorist. I have no idea what's happening. Sometimes. I do have some colors that, hurt my eyes, so I have to be careful with that. And I know other people have that problem. So, it's just being aware of all that. No, that doesn't blend. I do kind of want a green in here, because I've been leaning towards green. Blending with the dark blue as much as I'd want them to. It's a good green, but let's dial it down a little bit. Over here, like that. Nah, now it's competing with the red. Might have to skip green in this palette. I do kind of want a more cheery. No, that's too cheery. I say two cherries, I turn it up. Maybe over here? No, not liking this yellow. I think well, I know I like these colors at least. I really like this calico here. This, just because it's so different, I would change that pink out, but maybe I'll try some ideas here. So this is gonna be my base. And basically what I want to do with my base. I don't normally use pure white in my character design anymore, so don't worry, this base is gonna be fully covered. I just want an actual base layer, so that way there's no peek through the background, there's just general issues that artists tend to have. Sometimes the color peeks through from the background, or you change your mind on what your second base option is, or whatever. It's just so many things. It would take forever for me to list why people do this. Or at least why I do. So we want to... No, I think, you know what? I'll do that. I was debating on if I need to grow the layer or not. I changed my mind. Because this isn't like an official piece, so I don't see the point in going extra all fancy. And I'm trying like a new line art thing, so like... I didn't even finish the outline. Instead of filling this in with black, I figured I would instead do like different colors. I saw another artist that was doing stuff like that, and I'm like, that's really neat actually. And I want to refigure out like my eyes and all that. A lot of work I want to do. So maybe for a base, we'll do... Just so I can name it real quick. We'll just call it base 2, and I'll know what that means. So now that I have this layer, I can just do that. Which is control, and then I tap on it, because tap for me acts like a left click. And I can do it with any layer, like I can select my whole outline, whatever. Oh yeah, you can't see. That's crazy. On there, for me it says control, but for you guys it doesn't show. And it'd be right below. I say right below, it's like a mile below the mouse for some reason. I don't know why. But I can fill this. And now I have 2 bases. So like this one I can paint on if I want to, like if I want a gradient, if I want anything. I mean, I do a ton of layers, so bear with me here. And they're always named fur, just as confusing as they can be. So I'm gonna select that one. And then that way, like, if I decide like, oh, I don't like this layer, and I want to change it, I still have this white layer to always default on. I don't know. That's just the way I've always liked to do it. Well, welcome, Jason. I'm trying to figure out how to kind of describe my process. This is really difficult. Also, I need to move the stream chat up now that I moved my tablet, so I can actually see it. You know, why don't I just put it over here? Being stupid. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like... I like this blue, but I'm worried some people won't be able to see it, so I'm gonna upshift it a little bit. And here's what I like to do for like the nose, inside of ears, I mean like anything that isn't actually fur. So I'm gonna see what this looks like. Oh yeah, see I like this. I don't know if this blue really matches this orange, but we can always cover that. Either changing the orange color or putting markings around it that look good. Like I could make the face all white and then it would look fine. There wouldn't be the contrast that's hurting my eyes. So I'm gonna color this blue because it gives a unique look to the character. I'm sure it won't be fun if I make this character into a fursuit, but oh well. Now for the eyes. Not really seeing any. No, maybe I can use this color in the pupil. That's kind of why I wanted a reddish color, because she's got hard eyes. Hard eyes, apparently. Heart eyes. Sorry, we don't pronounce everything right where I live. We like speedrun talking for no reason. I don't know why I'm looking. All I need is like a background eye color here. This looks so weird against the orange. It's a little silvery. Because believe it or not, your eyes are not pure white either. if you like take pictures of people's eyes or like find them online or whatever, and you pull the eye color, it's always some crazy like silvery. But that doesn't translate well in art sometimes, so. Also, if this music gets too annoying, I can always change it. It's just live music I, put on in the background, which is down in the description, so don't forget that. If you really like them and you wanna listen to their stuff all the time. I normally listen to game music, but I know YouTube would have a conniption fit. It'd be a little angry. I'm not sure what color pupils I want. Found 2 chased wolves in a row in Wolf Den. That's always the best feeling. I found one yesterday and I got rid of it. It was terrible. I'm like, who chased it? It was something that someone bred, but it was just terrible. I don't know what kind of eye color I frickin' want. Like something that'll go with that red. Maybe I can do this blue. Honestly, like they could just I'll just steal from that all the time. Just worried it'll be too much blue in her face. Cause I truly don't want her to be Crayola, but one is tier 2. One is tier 2 with some nice markings, the other one is literally white with no markings. Yeah, mine you could see markings, but you could tell it was a tier 1. And for those of y'all that are lost, it's basically, Wolf Den is a wolf pack game. And a chase just means that someone owned that wolf before and then chased them from their pack for a chance for them to show up as a wolf that you find while exploring. And there's like certain rarities, of course, and a lot of people just chase like the most either just useless wolf or the ugliest wolf, or well, sometimes take a wolf that they had just found from exploring that like the game generates and we'll chase that, and it's kind of frustrating. Because you don't see many chased wolves. It's kind of a rare thing. For some reason I love this. I don't know why lately, I've been really liking blue. Blue and green. Okay. We've got like nothing of importance done. That's okay. Do I want like a normal looking nose? I kinda like this green, although it might not go with anything. Oh, I have this selected. It really is the worst feeling seeing that beautiful gleaming purple star that shows up in the upper left hand corner. It looks just like any other encounter wolf. One of my favorites though is like when you find an AI generated wolf and like color wise and marking wise and stuff, and then you can't even tell there's anything with it, but it's got like 3 stars and you're like, okay, what's happening here? So this nose is gonna look good. I'm not vibing with that. I have nothing done and I'm not vibing with it. Sometimes how it is. It's a little too bright for me. I'm not like this orange. I'm not vibing with an orange nose. Maybe I'll just try this. Tier 2s with glass eye, you immediately sell them. Hey, it's good money in that game. So I figured I would get this, like, stuff out of the way. Kind of see what I like for a nose, eyes, things that if I don't like it when I design the wolf, I always say the wolf, because that's normally what I draw. When I design the character, if I don't like it, I can always go back and change it. Gone are the days of trying to design characters on paper and you can't like undo. My god, I don't miss that. I made the most basic characters because of that. So I'm gonna start designing the fur, just so I can figure out what I want. So I kind of know, oh my gosh, I kind of know that I want it to kind of look more like a hyena, but also I want the like, you know, my channel name is Cosmic Hyena. I want to like incorporate cosmic into it, and I've done that with a really cool character design. I'm actually gonna bring up, see if I can put it on the stream actually. Image. Yeah, I'll just call it image. I have to do it this way because I don't actually have it recording the whole screen here. I kind of wish I would have done it that way, but I'm dumb and don't think ahead. So, it's in here. Maybe? No. No, it was in 2021. I'm sad. I was making hyenas of all my friends and I never got around to finishing it. Bro. Is it in my... Oh, it's in my references. No, it's not. Just kidding. Dude, why don't... Bro, I'm just gonna bring it up on my phone. We're gonna do this the old-fashioned way. I just want to show something that's really cool that I did. Long time ago. Let's see. But I needed a deity for the sky. Yeah, and her name's Ysmir. Just frick. Alright, I hope the camera picks it up well. And I love her, but I'm not gonna do something quite like this. Was it too? It must be too bright. It just can't figure out the screen. So, her tail and then her leg there is just kind of cosmic-y, and you can see through it. Same with her hair, although you can't really like, can't see it. But it's all kind of like see-through and stuff. I don't know. I just like to do that. So maybe her hair will be like that, just to kind of nod to it. I had so many paper with the same drawing on them. Yeah. Yeah, and the light tablets. Dude, I used to use my, like, I had a mini laptop. It was an HP mini. I used to use that as a light table. Because I didn't have one. I'm like, I need something. So, I think we're gonna go with like a on the blue tinge. So this color, let's get some marking down real quick. You know, hold on. Can I have line art on this thing? Yeah. Uppity uppity. Yeah, there we go. I want to do like a typical hyena face marking. I'm not on the right layer. You? Okay, I don't normally do that. What is happening? It must be the angle. There we go. Okay. You do not go up high enough. There. Okay, let's get this out of here. And no, I don't use I don't use the paint bucket or fill because there's always that little 1 pixel frickin' line and then it looks terrible. Like you try to color like white underneath of it and it's bad. There you go. What is this abomination on this layer? I knew it was your fault. There we go. Clean. Let's black's too dark. Don't you just hate it when your black is too dark? I don't know why I do. I like it when it's dark, but like you can still see the... There. You can still see like their mouth and their... all that. Use folder, do a folder tutorial. So basically what you do, I can do one real quick. New layer folder right here. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? Bear with me. Cause I'm getting sick of this. I don't know why moving this tablet messes me up. It's basically like a second monitor. Okay. And I have it in my way, so for real, bear with me. Display capture. Capture 2. I already have one. No! Go here. And then we're gonna delete this because that was useless. Yeah, there's no image in it. Hide that layer. Bear with me here. I just don't want the taskbar to be visible. It's ugly. Okay. I almost hit stop streaming. That'd have been funny. Okay. I think we're good. That looks fine. So, now that OBS isn't hiding my crap, yeah, see, there you go, you can see it. New layer folder, right here. You do that, so it makes this layer. It's technically open, but there's nothing in it. So then you do new layer, we'll just do a new roster, and it puts it automatically in there. And if it doesn't, you can like pick it up and physically put it in there. You can also, just get rid of that. You can also be like, okay, you know, I got this palette idea layer. Zoom out. You can do create folder and insert layer. And then bam. So then I can hide this folder as a whole. So fun fact, because it's kind of relevant. If I open up my color palettes, you can see that they're all visible. But if I hit this, they're all gone. So it's really handy for that. And I also had to learn how to do it because when I was making the Star Fox Crystal dress-up game, which is still in the works, I kind of put it on the back burner because people didn't seem to care about it. I had to learn layers because they required layers. And then I had to learn, like, how do you send a file to somebody so that those layers are preserved. Yeah, the folder is technically a layer, and it has other layers in it. That is a good way to kind of phrase it. It's a weird way. But like even this one, so I have it visible, but obviously if I don't have these visible, you can't see them. And then that was the basic layer. I was playing around with hair for something to do. But yeah, that layer's super easy on here. I was scared because GIMP 2.0 also uses it, but like it's kind of hard to use. But Clip Studio makes it really easy, and I imagine Photoshop does too. I've never used Photoshop, but I'm sure it's super easy. Just gonna start using folders. I love folders, man. Sometimes they're really nice. Especially if you're like me, where you got 6.5 billion layers at all times. Like, understand, when I'm making an art piece, like, this is what it looks like, and I'm literally as far as you see. And I'll have this many, minus, like, the hair ideas and color palettes folders. Like, I will have this many layers, always. And I don't normally use 2 bases if I'm, just, you know, doing a character I already know what they look like. Okay. So I'd kind of like... Never have to scroll up and down your layers and turn things off and on. Yeah, so you can have like a sketch folder, your base folder, and then like your lighting folder, you know, whatever you need. It's super nice. I don't always use folders, but man, when I do, it's super nice. It's like a godsend. It feels like the first time I went from MS Paint to GIMP all over again. Like I was like, finally it all makes sense. I don't know if I'm gonna like this, but I want to try. Where I do like a black underline here. Undercoloring. I don't always like that, but maybe I will. One other further. Oh man. Yeah, that's gonna get real crazy. So, here's what I want. I want like a whitish underside here, because I like that. That's an ugly off-white. I need a better looking off-white. That's kind of better. I was thinking like, what if I did that whole like white face thing? I have another character that like, I just love that. Not something I like on Wolfden, to get back to Wolfden, but I like it on my characters. Another thing, like, I want this character to be able to be, animated, because I do animate. So I don't want to make her, like, too complex. But I still want her to be, like, recognizable. Like, if someone... Like, if I ever hit that point where people kind of know who I am, based on, like, a singular image... then like they might be like, oh yeah, it's like that one person. Because I do that. I don't watch everything on YouTube, but like I can look at someone's mascot and be like, oh yes, that person. I hate this. Change my mind. I'm at a standstill. I meant to like look at ideas. All I can think of is like my Wolfden wolves. I'm gonna get some of them up. Really want a character that's kind of like this, my breeding male. It's fucking gorgeous. Gotta get him out of his stupid pose though. He's got a bunch of crap on him. There, now I can see him. He's got like the Merlay thing going on. I kinda like that. Let's see. Well, I'm gonna take this fur color here. Wanting to draw some of your Wolfden wolves or dogs from Monster Hunter. Wolfden just has such a good design system. It really does. I'm kind of envious. To come up with like all these different markings. Yeah. It's so difficult to like do a straight line, because like I said, normally, well, like I said earlier, I normally have this tablet like in my lap, so making a straight line isn't hard. But now that's at like a weird angle, it's kind of hard. There. And no, I don't really zoom in. I know I did speed paints back in the day, which are still up. And I had so many people being like, you don't zoom in? No, I don't. I didn't zoom in on paper either. So, it's just not something I'm used to doing. I'm trying to... This looks silly. I'm trying to make it like match, because I kind of like the having the upper. You know what I don't like? I gotta zoom in because I can't see. But they have a little bit of color in there, and I never liked that. There we go. well, here's what we're gonna do. Using the soft eraser, why am I doing that? Get out of here. Now, for this design, I'm not doing a fur texture. Reason why I'm not is because usually I do that later. Fur texture is not something that I'm like, oh, I have to hurry up and add on to my markings, because I like to do what I like to do. Now, I say I like to do it, it's been a minute, but I like to have that, you know, just like the base markings, and then I like to go into here, natural, and I have like fur brush sets, which you cannot see, but see, it does like fur, and I like when I'm doing, which I see that, so when I'm doing the fur on a different layer, but for demonstration I can just sit here and like do this. That takes a minute, but then it looks fine. But I just like the kind of like core outline, and it helps a lot too, because a lot of artists like to just do the outline and then that's it, that's their character. They might blur it a little, but I don't know. It's hard to explain because I'm not doing a real art piece. Can be in a future video where I'm like, how do I do fur? Which I'm pretty new to it, so it'd be a terrible video. Give it a little while. Besides, I don't plan to stream art a lot. This is figured it'd just be cool to be like, oh look, you know, she's designing her character. So you can kind of see like the creative process. Why am I using a big pen? I don't know. Living life on the edge. There we go. It's kind of funny because I went, when I first started doing digital art, I started with a Wacom tablet, which I still have it, but it doesn't have a screen. It was just like it was a Wacom Bamboo. I don't remember like the exact, you know, thing. Like, I don't remember the exact one it was, but it was just one of the Bamboos. And I didn't like it. I hated it. Which was kind of funny. So I didn't really use it. Like, I've had it for, God, like, since I was like 10, and I'm 24 now. I would have got it about this time of the year. And I just didn't like it. But I always wanted one with the screen, but the screen ones are always more expensive. The Bamboo, I think my parents said that they spent $100 on it. And then this Huion that I have is $300. So, but I ended up using the other tablet, and then eventually I just slowly started upgrading stuff, like getting Clip Studio instead of using GIMP, just in time for them to do their stupid update, but that's fine. They're like, oh, we're doing version whatever, and now you gotta pay for it again. It's like, I just bought it. Nope, I'm good. Download a billion brushes and my computer's mad. Trying to decide, like, what do I want here? I'll do another layer for fur. I'll call it fur BB, and then we're good. Maybe I want to do like that kind of like Merlet look. You know what I need? Instead of like trying to draw it weirdly. Do it like that. And then I can go back through and fix it. It's looking pretty neat. And then instead of like normal spots, it looks cooler. Now it will be a pain to animate, but that's okay. 100%. Other people might not animate my character very much, or alternatively, they can simplify the spots, because I'm not that strict. I don't care. I've even told people, like, way back in the day, like, oh, you can, and when I say back in the day, I mean, like, Flipnote Hatina days. I'm like, oh, you can draw her without her hair, that's what she looks like. And people would, they'd be like, okay, and then they'd draw her without her hair, and I didn't care. It's just for, you know, artists have all kinds of different weaknesses, and sometimes they don't make sense, but other times it's like, well, like, I got stuff that doesn't make sense. I can draw furries, but I can't draw people. Not even at all. Like, I will mess up their body for some reason, even though it's the same difference. I hate this giant spot. It needs to go away. But to this day, I still can't draw people, so I'm gonna have to, when people ask for human art, I'm just gonna have to be like, no, I can't. I spent, I believe, like, about 3 months, and that's all I did, is I read someone's comic, and then I drew people, and I was just like, I'm not having fun with this. Like, not at all. It's not fun to me. I like to draw animals, and I've always been that way. I've also gotten into drawing foliage, which I never thought I would. But foliage is pretty nice sometimes. Keyword being sometimes, because sometimes it's just infuriating. Okay, I'm gonna clean up these spots a little bit. So when I go back through, that does kind of mean like making it a little lamer. I can also spice it up like that spot. Just make the marking translate a little better. I feel like character clarity is something that the art community tends to struggle with, because you have the people that like, and this could be my bias, but you'll have people that like, either their character is just a mess, for lack of a better term. A lot of times people do it beautifully, but sometimes you're like, alright, I don't understand how these markings work, because they just kind of wing it each time. And then you have the people, I'm trying to remember like what the other side was. I mean, you know, obviously you have people like me who'll sit here and like do visual clarity, but I feel like that's just the animators. You know, a lot of times it's just the animators that'll do clarity. Clarity is such an important thing. So like when you're drawing characters' hair, this is a pet peeve that I have, because I used to do this a long time ago, back in Flipnote days, and it's basically where like you draw the character's hair the same on each side. So like if the hair like goes over one side of the hair, it'll do that if they like turn their head. Now the problem comes in when you go to animate that. How the heck does that work? You know, some people are able to animate that well, but I never liked it. I'm like, why would I learn how to animate that when I can just make better characters? And I'm not saying that their characters are bad, please. I just mean like, you know, I want someone to look at my character and go, oh, okay, I can animate that, and they're not having a headache like I have where people do their hair like that. Because it just doesn't work for my brain. And a lot of times I'll draw their character's hair like the way it's supposed to kind of look, like if they turn their head that way. Maybe they struggle with it. Because I was at that point. It's just, eventually I ended up learning, so I'm like, okay, I'm tired of struggling with this, and I want good visual clarity. I don't know, there's all kinds of different ways to draw. You know, sometimes learning to draw is just figuring out what way works best for you. You know, are you one of those people that sits down and does what I'm doing, or are you one of those people that just, you paint it crazy and it's up to interpretation of what you see and how it looks? Or something in between. I mean, there's all kinds. And if a certain way you don't like, then... but you like drawing, then find a different way. If you just can't find a groove that you like and you want to give up, that's fine too. Because art's kind of a pain. I'm not gonna lie. Well, this year I really just haven't drawn, like... my goodness. It's probably the worst year I've had for art. You know, because when I was growing up, you know, I had a couple years where, like, I didn't really draw, but it was more in, like, the summertime. I still drew in high school, you know, but then summer came and I didn't want to. I needed a break. I just thought about it. I can do this faster if I just increase the brush size a little bit. This looks kinda... oh, this looks kinda crazy. Like this Merlay. No, I kinda lost my technique. I'm getting rid of this. Let's see. Oh, let's see. You know, she's based on a spotted hyena, but I'm debating like kind of how I want to do the spots. Do I like want to do that kind of like crazy spot, or do I just want to do like something more basic? And just because it's basic doesn't mean it has to be like too basic. If that makes sense. It's so hard to kind of describe the process. But like, I'm doing simple shapes, but it looks pretty, pretty unique compared to just like doing this on repeat, where you just do like a perfect circle. Should give her some like top hair too. This won't be nearly as hard to animate. I just can't decide if I like, do I like this? That's the question I always have to ask. I like the rest of it. Let me look at the spotted hyena. Give me that crocuta, crocuta. You see, they do have spots like literally everywhere. I saw a hyena from a game and I was like, what game is that? See, not all of them have like hyper visible spots. Some of them do, some of them it's like, whoa, they got intense spots, but other ones like it's more subtle. Let's see. Maybe... let's do blue. liking the green. I do like this color, but maybe it's just too more washed out. Looks pretty good. Just kind of like a normal hyena, but here we'll do. I'm kind of wanting here. Looking for more blue, but not quite this blue. I have to be careful because I have a friend that she can't see certain shades of blue, so. Wow. Alright, I'm gonna have to step away again. I'm sorry. And I didn't mean to say wow like that either. It makes me feel horrible, but. I'm gonna have to step away again. And I want to leave this music up. I wish I would have set it up to where my break still plays headset audio, but I don't have that. There. Instead of typing it. Okay. Back in a minute. And help my mother-in-law with something else again. Just sorry. Mute my mic real quick. And I'm back. Went to like put my headset on and the cord was wrapped around my knee, so when I pulled it, like yanked it out of my hand. Okay. Sorry. This is kind of setting me back, so I gotta like get in the groove. I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll do some orangey spots. I don't know. I really went into this with like no plan. What if like, just making sure. Yeah, we could do like a gradient here on this base. So there we go. Do that. Gradient tool. I like this? That's the real question. Maybe. I'll see. We'll see, we'll try it. I'm gonna take this. No, because that's her eye color. Let's see about this. I just can't decide if I really want the spot. I mean, I know she's a spotted hyena, but maybe I can make her hybrid. So, the most well-known characters that I've used since like the ending of Flipnote was a hyena. Oh no, not a hyena. A husky. That's mixed with fox. So what if I just like kind of incorporated that into my character's design? That'd be neat. And then now that I have this down, I can keep changing its color. And then through this, I can add on to it. Maybe I'll end up doing the spots over top of it, or I'll do something. Do that. See, I do like that. I know it's the same color as her pupil. There. Also the same color as her pupil, but I mean, it works. No, I don't think I like this. I want maybe this color. No. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. So a lot of character creation is just kind of messing with it, you know? Just keep finicking and, you know, don't expect to design a character in one day. Like, don't even think you're gonna usually finish them in a week. Sometimes it takes longer. You know, and you may get a design done, and then decide, you know what, there's some parts I still don't like, and then tweak it some more. You could be working on your character forever, man. Just depends. Not to discourage anybody, but like, I think there's only been one character where I like literally designed and then went, that's good, and stopped. And I have like 30-40 characters. If you want to say in my entire arsenal library of ever, probably 100. I'm not even kidding. So, but that's not me saying like, oh well, obviously my case is the definitive case. You may not. You may complete a character and be like, I'm done forever. Nothing wrong with that. I think I do kind of want her to be part husky. I think that'd be neat. I'm gonna pick up this color. Fix up around here. But I'll design her to be a little different than my character. I don't want my characters to look too similar. Be kind of terrible, because then people are like, well, which character is this? It looks like 6 of the characters that you own. See, this red and blue actually kind of go together even. That's cool. Some things are gonna be similar to how my character Moon looks, but not everything. There, I like that. I was shaking my monitor, I'm sorry. It just made me look up because I was like, whoa. Boy, she looking complex. Like in a good way. We'll just color that all in, I suppose. That was not my intention, but we'll do that. Let's see. There. I'm debating here. That was rough. Okay. I'm undoing all that. Too rough. I'm in deep thought now, trying to decide like what exactly I want to do here. Let's see if this looks good. No, not in my opinion. But I do like this like big white pocket. I think it looks neat. Now I'm trying to decide what the heck I want to do up here. Cause this is looking wacky. I think we'll do dark eyebrows. Did not realize I crossed over the line. There we go. Maybe instead of this like dip down, just got rid of that. Might look better. I don't know. Maybe it'll look better to fill it in. Let's try that. That's not the color I need. There. Oh. Sucks. I should have put that in the etc. layer, but I didn't feel like it. And now I pay for it. See how that works? Laziness does not pay. I think that looks a lot better. And then I can take this. It's gonna be the forehead fur. Do I like that? Instead of that, we can do one of these. Probably look better. I'm just trying to like round it off for no reason. Sometimes the best thing you can do is attach it to like your markings to like specific like muscles and just like parts of the body even. It doesn't even have to specifically be muscles. That was a tip I was told a long time ago. And then for like when people draw your character, they're more likely to get it right to their style. Because I think that's what a lot of like non-artists don't understand is yes, your character's gonna look slightly different depending on who draws them. So you have to kind of keep that in mind. It's not going to always look the same. I'm gonna color these in red. Stop shaking my laptop screen. I just want to color fast. I don't know, I find it peaceful to just sit here and color. I know some people don't, they get really antsy, but I really like it. Kind of takes you back to traditional art days, but like in a way that isn't irritating. Not to me. And I notice I kind of draw hyena ears like you draw skitty ears. It's kind of funny how I developed a style like that. Dude, I'm really liking this character. Whatever, it can be on fur forehead, I don't care. I'd rather have it on fur forehead than have it on the whole like body layer with the red. I gotta calm down, I see that thing shaking. Okay. Man, hyenas have some like crazy shaped ears. I'm so used to drawing like wolf ears sometimes. I think most people are. Like you learn wolf ears and then it just follows you forever. But like if you do you know, you branch out early and you're not so bad. You know what? This kind of looks like one of my friend's characters. Like not design wise, but like color palette. This reddish color, like with the cream color here. It's looking a little bit like one of my friend's characters. Now, it does look different on the stream. I'm noticing. Like, it looks a little different than on my tablet. I never knew that they'd look different. I kind of figured, because, like, I don't know. This is a gaming laptop, so I'm sure they handle colors differently than a tablet would. That's all I'm getting at. Now, color of the nose needs to change. I don't know if y'all agree, but I sure do. Maybe that's where I can incorporate my green that I'm like dying for. I can do more of like a deeper green. Yeah, that's a lot better than a neon. I don't know if I like this. I'm struggling. Let's try something weird. Well, we know that this purple and green don't go together. At least that's what my eyes are saying. They're like, dude. No like. I don't even like the purple with the dark bluish black. What color do I want here? Maybe a nice brighter yellow would look good. I don't really like any of the yellows that I've picked out. But I really like her face. Like, it's just, I like the markings. It's complex but simple. It's exactly what I wanted. I may be wondering, Alyssa, why aren't you just selecting the layer? And then just like filling it. It's because I like coloring. I'm gonna have to speed it up because I'm gonna be coloring the nose for 10 years. Let's see. I made it the same colors as blue. Maybe that's why I'm having an issue with it. I kinda like that. Kinda ties it together. The lip color the same, it's like the skin color. Let me make it the paw pad color. There. Or maybe this could finally be my green. I'm dying for green, man. It's just hard to fit like too many different colors in. You obviously can. I mean, you can look up palettes on any image sharing site, and you could probably find a palette that I'm exactly what I'm looking for. But sometimes it's fun to experiment. Be like, wow, I didn't know I'd like these colors together. Gosh, I'm sorry I keep shaking the freaking camera. I could make the nail color green. I'll figure it out. See, now I'm wondering if I like the black legs or not. Kinda don't. Since I'm doing like the little like husky color in here. There. But I can still leave that little bit of black, because that little bit of black is kinda neat. I'm gonna do, instead of the full leg, do like the toes. Sometimes that's a neat look. So I did want to add at some point in this live stream, I did get Super Mario Odyssey. I'm hyped to stream this. I've played Super Mario Odyssey. We had Gamefly for a while. Oh my gosh. First of all, I loved having Gamefly because then I could actually like test games to see if I personally like them. Because sometimes I'll watch a YouTuber and I'm like, oh, that game looks really cool, and then I play it and I'm like, it's cool, but like not for me. But yeah, so I got to play it, and I didn't beat it. I got really far though, but I was having too much fun exploring. The game is so beautiful. I can't wait to play it. I'm not sure when I will. I'm not sure like at what point I'm gonna start game streaming again before the new year, because I want to get this character design, and then I want to sit down and design my like thumbnail art with this character. I'm gonna change nail color here. Can maybe use the eye color. Or heck, in the end I might change it to black. Just entirely depends. And this will help me decide if I like the black toes or not. Because it's kind of hard to tell with the nails being all like crazy like that. Here we we go. Oh, a little bit of nail right there. Okay. No! I don't need this visible at all. Thank you. It's part of the animation, and I'm not doing an animation, so there's no point in having it. Not like on the black toes, but I can figure out something. Looks kind of neat. What I thought was really shocking during Christmas. So I was hanging out with my niece, and she's really into like drawing wolves and foxes and stuff, and I was like, dude, what? Because that's exactly how I was growing up. Like, I drew wolves and foxes non-stop. Now I draw like different animals. I've branched out to like cats, hyenas. Hyenas has actually been one of my like secret favorites. And I just thought it was crazy. I'm like, how did I do that? Because I know when she was really young, I'd say like, did I do that? I mean, she's her own person. She probably decided on her own. But like, I used to draw with her when she was a toddler. So I just wonder if she like saw that and it kind of stuck in her head. Because I remember moments like that with my mom. My mom's an artist. And she draws what she sees. But she loved drawing horses growing up, and she drew cats when I was around. But, you know, I do remember her sitting down and, like, trying to teach me plants and stuff, and I didn't like plants at the time. So that didn't work. But I enjoyed drawing cats. I got an idea. I don't know if it's gonna look any good. Or if I can even physically do it. I feel like it's the more appropriate thing. Music, like, since I tend to listen to more, like, video game music, it's kind of, like, making me antsy. Will not lie. I also tend to, like, listen to YouTubers more than I do listen to music. I've always been a, like, do 78 things at once kind of multitasker. Otherwise, I'm tired. It's kind of a life hindrance, to be honest, but it is kind of funny at the same time. There we go. Oop, that's not what I meant to hit. I don't know if anyone else can relate to that, but just like a, oh my gosh, there's so much audio playing all at once. Or I might die. Not sure. Not willing to risk it. Like, I think when I got older, like, I had 2 TVs in my room. Just 2, like, small TVs. And one could play DVDs, so I literally put in a show, and I'd watch that, and then I'd play a video game. Oh my gosh, like that was my real downfall and I was already like 15 or so. That was my freaking downfall. Okay, I need to redo this. I want more of a point. More of a point to the heart. I just thought it would be a good way to like really differentiate from my character. Because her body right now looks exactly like my other character, and then especially with the black tail. Gotta change it a little bit. And if you don't know Moon, I have a whole compilation. Ooh, a whole compilation of all my old animations. Not entirely all of them, but a huge portion of them. From Pseudomimo, which if you don't know what that is, it was someone. I say someone. It was. I can't think of his name. He lived in Michigan, and he had a passion for Flipnote, and so he thought, you know, why don't we just revive it? So he sat down and he like worked on the servers and stuff to do that, and we all kind of got on there. It's how I refound one of my friends from back in the Flipnote days. It was kind of funny. I'm like, what? I got a weird knack for finding old friends. I don't know what's up with that. I refound one of my, or a couple of my middle school friends. Some of them I kind of didn't get along with. Others, like, I just didn't know what to talk about. So I didn't really hit them up much anymore. There we go. But yeah, just last night, on Christmas night, not Christmas Eve night, but like Christmas night, reconnected with my best friend Jackie. It was so good to hear from her. I know I mentioned her in one of my videos. I believe it was the Mario Kart Double Dash. I haven't went and double checked, but I mentioned how she was one of my best friends, and how much I missed her, just how nice she is. I don't remember exactly how much I talked about in that, but yeah, she was one of those friends that like kind of changes your life. You know, gives you a different outlook. So it was really, really nice to hear from her. And to know that she was alright, because she was always moving, and I was worried about her safety. And, you know, I didn't fully understand what was going on in her home either, so I kind of worried there too. But I felt like it wasn't my business to ask, even though we were best friends since middle school. But it's just one of those things, like, I didn't want to be rude. Or, like, if she didn't want to talk about it, I didn't want her to feel like she had to talk about it. It's not my business. But yeah, it was nice to see that, you know, life's on the up and up for her. I'm struggling here. I don't normally, like, cheat when I do, and what I mean by cheat, like, I try to freehand a lot of what I do. I treat it like like I'm actually working on a piece of paper sometimes. When I have people yell at me, like, dude, just use the heart tool and stamp it on and trace over it. Yeah, well, that's cheating. By doing this, it forces me to actually get better at drawing. Their way may work for them, but I don't end up improving from my own art if I do that. I don't know why. It's just how my brain works. Nothing wrong with it. That's why digital art's great. Because you can have little, like, life hacks like that. And I guess it'd be no different, like, in real, you know, in traditional art, I was gonna say real life, in like traditional art to like take a stencil. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. Okay. It's looking like something. It's looking like something, y'all. That looks terrible. Okay. I need to zoom in and make sure my line art isn't boo-boo, because it is, and I can see it. Definitely zoom in a lot more than I used to. It's not too much, I don't know. There's a lot of things I didn't know. You know, like, I didn't know about light modes for like the longest time, and my friend's like, how have you been doing shading then? I'm like, I don't know, you take the color and you make it a little darker, you take black like a loser at that time, and then you like, you put it over top and you change the opacity at the end. And she's like, no. And then taught me about, you know, these modes. Or it can completely change, like if I change Vivid, it completely changes how it works. Really how it works, like you can't, it's hard to mimic that. So, yeah. But I used GIMP, and I didn't know that GIMP even had that. It does, spoiler alert, but it doesn't have like every kind of one, but some of them, they work differently than other programs. So, it's like you have to like relearn them. There, see, I kind of like that. Gives her a uniqueness. Trying to decide how I can add on to this. Maybe. Ooh. Just kinda. Trial and error, really. Wish I could explain better, like, what my motives... Or not my motives, but like what... It's kinda going through my head, but... Head empty, frankly. But kinda like... Ooh. I've seen some character designs where they take... You know, they do like the outer line here. I've always kind of liked that. I always wanted a character with that. It's just a lot of times it doesn't look good when I'm doing it. Maybe this time it'll be different. Another thing is, like, I'm gonna have to try to translate these markings for a fursuit. It's gonna be something else. Maybe I can commission somebody to do it. They might be better at it. You know, as much as I am like a, oh, do it yourself is so much easier and faster, sometimes it's not. Like, there's whole people that all they do is they just take your character and then they put them on like a fursuit template that they've made, not like one that they've taken or anything. Do I like this? Or would I want this moved up? Maybe moved up? I think it's too low on his, or on her thigh. I do like this heart, like it makes her stand out. That's all I want, I just want her to really stand out. Be a completely unique character, everyone's like, whoa, it's the heart bitch. I only phrase it like that because that's exactly how I'd say it. Oh, it's the heart bitch. As my brain short circuits trying to think of a better word. I do it so much. Like, my brain, man. I don't know what's happening. There. We're gonna have exactly 69 hearts on this character. No, I'm kidding. Ew. Oh my... What is happening? It's purely me. It's on my tablet. You know what I'm better at? Just coloring it in. So you do one turkey or chicken breast and then you do the other one. A lot of times it looks better, but I can't do it right. I do rounded hearts. Oh, pointy heart's kinda hard. Ew, do you see that? Get rid of that. Okay. You know, I remembered a Game Boy game that I haven't played in a while. But I would absolutely love to stream, and nobody's gonna care. I looked up the original soundtrack. Someone actually, I don't know who the heck did it, but someone actually took all the music and put it up on YouTube. That had 20k views on like on the max, and I was like, man, no one plays this, or at least anyone that plays it doesn't look up the audio. But I've never met anyone that's actually played this game. It's Hamtaro Ham Heartbreak. Dude, that game's my jam. Anyone who's ever played it, I will absolutely be your best friend. Like, immediately. Today. I don't even know your name and we're best friends. But I have not met anyone who's actually played that game. I've known people that wanted to play it. I've never met anyone that's actually like been like, oh yeah, I've played the game. I'm literally winging this. I'm gonna be 100% transparent. But I'm liking the outcome. She's got like tattoos, basically. That's about what this looks like. That's the worst. That's just the worst, like, period. There. Dude, this is dope. Alright. Now we gotta, like, give some TLC to the tail, because the tail's just been black. Nothing's happened to it. I don't know if I want to do, like, another heart, because I got a lot of hearts in this. I want to see something. There. I don't even have my own stream open. I'm a fool. Tail, because the tail's just would stop it. I don't know why it's unmuted. I'll do it like this. And then here's my stream. Clean. There. I'm gonna move chat down. Move chat like this. That's what I can do. Okay, great. I can see everything. Okay. Now I want to introduce like a weird color into this mix. Cause like you see up here, it's kind of plain. But excuse me. To be fair, because she is hyena, I can always like do some kind of drooping hair, almost like a horse. Not quite, but something similar. Yeah, I kind of want pink paw pads actually. No, that's random, but I don't know if I like the blue. Maybe it's because I have too many characters that just have like neon colored paw pads and stuff like that, and I just get sick of it. I went through a phase where everything had to be bright and neon all the time. And now I'm just like, that doesn't always look the best though. Sometimes the pink or the brown or the black just looks better. That's what we're doing. So I don't forget that paw pad. I wish I drew the paws better. It's been so long since I've drawn. Like drawn something I actually wanted to draw. Sometimes you just really have to do that. Like just have your own almost like an art spa day where you can just draw whatever you want and it's stress-free. Because as you can see, my art skill has just like dwindled. You can see it in the feet because they just look weird. They look too like crunched up. Now I draw it like that where like the nails are high and you can really see the toes, but what I mean is like here it's really pushed in compared to over here. That's just how I see it though. What if I did white nails? No. I'd rather just have the black nails. Okay. Now I do still need to incorporate the cosmic part. You know, I can do, maybe I'll do that. I could do what I did on Ysmir where I drew like fake little constellation things. There. So like in this red here, I could do that. Just depends. To see what looks good. Cause I would do it on the tail, but I feel like that's too subtle. Now what I might do is kind of like an Amaterasu thing, where like she can like paint the sky with her tail, and I can make it kind of look good. So let's see, I'm gonna do tail. liking the purple here. Do this dark blue though. Can't really see it though. I get so weird playing with blue. I'm weird, so like, I have depth perception issues. So like, how close and far away stuff are. I can tell based on like shadows, but like if I hold my own two hands like this, I can't tell which one's closer. I can tell on the camera, but I can't tell in like real life. Especially if I adjust my pinky like that. No, I have no clue. Not even by the camera. I think it's still the left one because I didn't move it other than the pinky, but like I can't see that. So you know, so basically I go through my whole life just assuming. But I can see more colors than most people. So like there's some people in the art community that when they make a character, they'll use like real subtle differences in like their colors. So like for example, they'll be like, okay, so here's a color. We'll make it like this color, oh, that looks terrible. We'll just do this. So like they'll be like, okay, so here's my character, main shade, another shade, another shade, and another shade. Now, in this, I can see on that it translates really well, but there's some times where like, okay, there we go. See, on that it's kind of hard to see. They're all different shades. I can see it on here. It's a different shade. But they'll have characters like that, and they'll be far apart, and I'm like, that looks kind of different. Like, why does that look kind of different? It's because it is. And it's kind of a weird thing. And then you have other artists that, like, you know, the normal people, I will call them, that they wouldn't notice that there's even anything different. And I feel bad, so I try to make sure I don't have my characters like that. Like, as you can tell, all of her colors are wildly different. But, like, even if I wanted to use a similar to this shade, I would literally, like, maybe go about that far and then do it, because then you can really tell. We'll do, like, a pinkish. I don't know. I wonder if that was just detectable on there. Just how similar those colors were. No, I'm not liking any of this. I'm gonna ditch that idea. It'd be a cool idea, but at the same time, it'd be kind of difficult. Now, I already have a hyena character that has a heart on the tail, so I don't need to do that crap again. Let's make sure I was on the right layer. So it kind of looks like Umbreon like this. I don't like it. Looks kind of neat. Trying to make this work. The smaller pen. There we go. I like this soundtrack, how they took a can opening. Something carbonated. Can't assume it's pop. Okay. So it's definitely not what I envisioned when I first did this. I figured I would be leaning more towards like blue and green, but that's certainly not happening. It made me think of green. Now I want to play with it, but I'm not gonna be able to. That looks kind of neat, just because it like kind of makes it pop out. Let me pull up my character. It would refresh. Oh, okay, no, I'm good. Instagram, why don't you let me stay zoomed in? You're a big ol' freak for that. Well, kinda saw what I wanted. Let's save this real quick. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna take not this. Is it that one? No. That's water. That is not sparklies. Where are my sparklies? No, that's the frickin' snow. You know what? I'm in the wrong tab. All makes sense. Nope. No. What is this one? Oh, okay. I'm like, what is this? What are these? It's like snow. It's not gonna work. Why do I have so many snow brushes? Jeez. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. I just don't understand how I can download so many brushes and then still turn around and go, I don't have a brush I need. So now, I'm gonna try to do like a constellation look in here. And you'll see the way that I do this is I just kind of do like random dots. They're supposed to be like kind of star-ish. It's up to your interpretation on what the heck these are. We'll do some real subtle ones here. That one's bad. Okay, so once I think I'm done, that's when you just connect some of them. So I'll connect that one. It's kind of difficult because you don't want the line to be too invisible. Or like too uneven, and then you want the dots to be visible on it. And they don't have to look like anything, they can just be kind of random, you know? I don't really aim for a specific look on these. So like, I don't try to make like an actual like dipper, you know, any of the actual constellations in here. There. But they all look pretty unique. At least I'd say that. Oh. So just maybe I'll add it to her hair. Cause like while I like that, I think I'd rather have it in her hair. Okay, we'll delete that layer. Now I want to try to draw her hair. There, I'm gonna sit back in my chair for a minute. Trying to sit forward like that, it's starting to hurt my knee. So, I did mention earlier I sketched some hair. Like I had this one. And then like I can continue the hair down her back. Oop. And then I also have this one that I didn't finish because I couldn't figure out how I wanted it to look. But you can see like I was kind of looking at that side part. So what I think I might do, I guess I had my hand resting on the Z. I don't know how the heck I did that. There. Okay. So I'm going to go into here. I go to natural. And I like to use the fur brush kind of as a hairbrush, actually. A lot of times. Now, if you want some recommendations, like if you draw characters like this that are, you know, on 4 legs, usually, you know, wolf, cat, fox, any canine, feline, like literally anything that's 4-legged, and oftentimes, like, you can't do normal hair, like what we have, where you have, like, the full look and it covers the back of your head and stuff. A good fandom to kind of follow for hair, and I'm not saying to like directly steal anything, do your own, but like for ideas, following the My Little Pony fandom is really good for that, because it's kind of the same thing. That's actually where this hair came from, is I was looking at some ideas, and I really liked how some of them did the back hair, because I'm good with like the bangs and stuff, but I never practiced like the full back hair. But I'm gonna do my own thing here. Well, first off, I need to get rid of that. Okay. What? Okay. Just seeing if this color looks good. Let's look up here. I don't want like boring black. I still kind of want one of these greens to work out. But getting green and red to behave is kind of tricky sometimes. It's like that kind of works. to draw it. So we'll do this. Hair outline. And then try my best to dim a lot of these. I have to go back through and make them bold again. So, let's see. I really like the long one. I'll do a sketch layer. Can you see that? Can see that? Alright. So we're gonna follow this here. Do that. Just kind of winging it, to be honest. Like no game plan here. Like, I kind of want to mix between the two. Because I really like this one. Or it's just kind of fun. But like beyond this point here, I don't know what to do. So there we go. Boldness, so it's a lot easier to see. There. And then it can like come down here a little bit. I like to kind of follow the way that the hair naturally is drawn anyway. Oh my gosh. It tends to flow better. Okay, great. Should do something like that. To be fair, like my character Moon, she had a pretty unique looking hair. That's probably why I'm wanting to like harken back to it. Could fit it kinda in here if I do that. The worst part is I like that, but I don't want to keep that. Just I guess my reptilian brain that's like, hey, that's like Moon, keep it. Because a lot of my characters, they all kind of look like her. It's never good. There, that looks good. Okay. So now we can do hair outline. It's the wrong layer. I was weird when I drew on GIMP because I wouldn't change the opacity of layers sometimes. So I would like... I wouldn't realize I was drawing on the wrong layer. Tell you, it's pain. It's like real life pain. Okay, and I'm gonna make her hair pretty fun. You know what? We won't do that. I won't do it the lazy way. It's technically an even lazier way, but it looks a lot better. So I'm kind of noticing in this soundtrack, so it made me think of Star Fox Adventures, and a lot's been doing that lately, and it's kind of freaking me out. So like, the weird gooey sound that was playing, it sounds like when the mushrooms in that game jump. Yeah, the mushrooms jump in that game. But, it just really sounds like that. So, yeah, it just makes me think of it. And then I was playing Ark yesterday and this morning, and I went to I was playing the Extinction map, and I heard part of it, like part of the background ambiance. It sounded exactly like Star Fox Adventures, and I was like, dude, I'm about to play this game. I will eventually on stream, but not yet. Got the thumbnail made for it. It's just it's gonna be kind of a long game. And I can't decide, like, if I want to change the main character, or if I just want to leave it who's actually supposed to be the main character. And I just might leave it for who's supposed to be the main character. Just because it'll make a lot more sense for the people that have never played the game, because they're gonna be like, what the heck? Also, on Christmas, I got a scale. I actually specifically asked for like a bathroom scale for my grandma. And she got me a bathroom scale. A very nice one. I was not expecting that. And I was like, man, I'm gonna weigh myself. So I did the stupid thing of like putting the scale on carpet. And it said I weighed 60 pounds. I was like, alright, first off, if I weighed 60 pounds, like, I probably would have already wasted away by now. But secondly, there's no way that's correct. Like, no way. So, I took it, like, all the way downstairs. Because I was so fed up with it. And I was like, oh, see, I didn't weigh 60 pounds. I actually gained some weight. I was right. I just noticed, because, like, I'm really skinny. Not like unsafely so, but it's just how my whole like mom's side of the family is. Everyone's skinny. So, and like up until they hit menopause, just real skinny. And even then, still skinny. For the most part, you know, so I noticed like in my legs that they were looking a little different, cuz I got a very intense thigh gap, man. I got like SpongeBob thigh gap. I hate it. I'm really self-conscious about it. But, which is why I make jokes about it. Makes me feel a little better. But I just noticed, I'm like, the gap's not like nearly as big as it normally is. What's happening? Like, it just looks different. And I was kind of excited. I don't like being this freaking skinny. So this is what I meant earlier by like the cheat way. So you come up here, and then you just like fill in. And then when you go to color it, it'll it won't look like it's actually going over the outline. Now your outline will look a little bolder while you have your like hair layer active. I was trying to think of how to phrase that. But that's okay. Because most people don't really notice it anyway. I used to get really self-conscious about my line art, and I realized most people don't notice. Like, they don't zoom in that hard. They're not zooming in going, alright, where'd you mess up at? Like, remember to pick up your brush when you're doing stuff, because then if you undo, you can actually truthfully undo. And I have to undo everything that you just did like I did. Oh my gosh, I never remember to pick up my pen. I'll freaking color like an entire thing and they'll be like, oh, I messed up a little bit, undo, and the whole layer's gone. Like, okay, I didn't mess up that bad. Redo that. I don't really need all this filled in. Should look good. Okay, let's get everything at 100% again. Okay. Now that that's done, we go to hair base. And we fill it in with whatever color we want. Still trying this frickin' green. I just do that. See, and then you can see like it's completely enclosed. Which just this outline looks better in my actual art. I'm just saying. But it's neither here nor there. Nope, not expanding 5, but we will expand 1. There you go. Oh, and the green hair actually looks good with their markings. This shade of green. I like to do another hair. Okay. I'm really wanting to do some shading, so please bear with me, just at least a little bit. Gives the hair more depth. Look at that, already looks better. Bam. Can't see it. Bam. But I don't know if I want it green, so goodbye. Bye shading. I know I don't want a blue. I want anything but that. I'll do frickin' this yellow. No, yellow doesn't look good. Teal? Turquoise? It's unique. Let's see. Kinda like that, surprisingly. No. kinda neat actually. I just like pull the red and I'm like, I'm gonna lower it a little bit, maybe it'll look good. It's kinda plain, but I had an idea. No. I'll take this teal. Teal doesn't match this red, alright, noted. Nope. Yeah, yellow. That looks good. Okay, so I'd like to put some like crazy color into this. Kinda looks neat, and then you just okay, I need the lines a little bit smaller than that. It's looking kinda neat. I know I'm like really quiet, but it's so hard to like plan and also talk. I'm very sorry. I'm just kind of like admiring how this looks. And maybe I could fit my green in here. Probably not. Like, what would it look like if the yellow was green? See, now she reminded me of a Christmas tree. Don't want to get rid of this yellow. You know, want this color? And that. I really typed HIR for hair. Something wrong with me. Okay, let's get this base again. I'll do this portion of it, and then when I go to make the reference at a later time, because I'm gonna need a break after this, bees, but cool. I'm gonna do that, and then when I do the reference, I can show like what it would look like on the other side. And if I change my mind on this, then I can do that, but just depends. Might not like this. Okay. Do stripies. why I'm doing like this line. It's to give the illusion of it fading. Does look kind of goofy though. Technically, the lines wouldn't be going that way, they'd be going... But see, that don't look good, so never mind. Thought this would look good, but it kind of doesn't, because of how far that is, but you know what? Yeah, I don't like it. Never mind. I was like, you know what, the black kind of looks good, but it doesn't. Maybe I'll just leave her hair like that. What we can do is we can take the base. I forgot. I did it like that. Oh well. We can take this. Darken. Gives a little bit of depth. It's not as boring. There. Oh, that may change. Her hair may change. Can't promise, but I do like how that looks. I do like how this looks. The only issue is I don't know how to make the cosmic theme kind of fit. But that's the issue I'm having. Well, it looks great. Well, thanks, Jason. I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were coming back. I was knee deep into the freaking hair. So can always do. Are you allowed to design her? Yeah, honestly, I'd open it up to other people if you guys want to work on her a little bit. I really, of all things, I really like how her face looks. Like, you know, sans hair. Why don't I put that in a frickin' folder? Because that's asinine. You go up here. Hair. In there. Hair spelled incorrectly. Hair base. Don't care about the sketch, it's banished. I don't even need that layer visible, honestly. There. But I like how her face looks. And you cannot see, because I'm very bad about that. I like how her face looks. I kinda like how her eyes look, but you're free to change that. And then I like these like body markings here. The heart, you know, the heart here, I mean, you could change it up a little bit. You can like fill it in or something. And then I like this, and honestly the outline around it can be give or take. But like, yeah. Also, Mom, I'm 24. I don't know which language you're talking about, because I tune it out. But I referred to my character as that one bitch or something like that earlier. Well, I'm 24. I get a pass. I've already eaten peanut butter out of the container. Like, I'm already breaking a lot of rules. We're good. Kinda indifferent to her ears. I left the inner ears, like, just that cream color, but oh well. And I'm indifferent to her tail. Like, her tail can change, her legs, like, those things I don't really care about. But I figured I'd just go over real quick, like, what I like the most from this. And I do like her hair. I think that looks neat. Now, the hair design can change. I would like it to have some sort of green if it can work. And it doesn't even have to be red. But to me, that just looked the best. Not sure where I got that. Yeah. Got it from Dad, if we had to blame anybody. I'm kinda at a standstill here. Let's get all the palette crap out of the way. Where's this palette layer? There it is. So like weirdly in the middle. I'll include it here. I do like this for a character design. It's just deciding, like, do I like for a YouTube mascot, because it's so big. I'll figure it out. So it's only 7:35. And Jason, I could send this to you. Or I can like post it anywhere and be like, how would you, draw this in your style? Do. Oh, you can see that YouTube icon. And then square but bigger. There. I don't like 72 pixel resolution, it's ugly. Yeah, these DPIs, it's the lowest. Like, it's literally the lowest on here. But I like around 1,000. It seems like if you get too big, it's just no point. Like, you can't even tell on a monitor. Let's see. Sketch. Oh, it's been a hot minute. That last drawing's like the only drawing I've really done as of late. But, even if my character design changes, it doesn't stop me from sketching this. So while the aim of this stream was just how I make a character, at this point, like, I don't know what else to talk about. So I figured, you know what, let's move on, because I said if I got done with the character, at least to some point. You know what? But I said if I got to it, like, got done at some point. Oh my gosh, it sounds like I'm having a stroke. If I got to a point where I thought I was done, then I was going to sketch out the icon and like, whatever I feel like moving on to. I added the banner to it, but I'm like, man, I don't think I'm gonna get to the banner. I'm just gonna zoom in. That's a bad circle, it's a freaking oval. Now, the way that I use Symmetry Tool is I get a rough sketch of what I'm looking for. And then I go back through, like on another sketch layer, and I sketch what I want so it looks more natural. So what I mean by that is like, there's a little, it looks kind of weird when it's just like perfectly symmetrical, in my opinion. We as humans are not perfectly symmetrical. We're just not. You have some people that are, but in my opinion, I don't really like that look, so I'm sure it's different for everybody. But I use this as like my rough sketch, like, okay, I want her to be looking forward. And I had an idea and it's literally vanished from my brain. It must be really cool to see, like, on that monitor. Like, just the actual, like, mirroring process, because I don't get to see that. I'm covering up the right side. Sorry, I've drawn cheek fluff so long, I just wing that crap. There. All artists have stuff like that where it's just second nature. You can draw in whatever order, weird angle, like you're just good to go. It's kind of like a lion face to me. I don't know why. Not a lion nose. I can tell you that. I wish I could remember the idea I had. I hate that. I don't know if other artists relate, but like you go to draw the idea that you have, but you take so long that like you forget. Maybe I just have a brain-eating amoeba. Who knows? The big goofy eyeliner that I love for no reason. You know, it's really cool how over the years, like, you follow artists and you're like, I really like how they do this thing and that thing, and basically, eventually your style just becomes, I stole from like 60 different people, but in my own way. So it's not like real theft. It's just like, oh, you know, these eyes were kind of similar. Now, I'm not filling them in when I draw it, keep that in mind. But like I like to fill it in just so I can make sure it looks good. Okay. But I've always drawn kind of weird compared to most people. I've been told that so much. They're like, you draw kind of weird because like you basically just draw the whole piece. And it's like, yep, I sketch the whole piece and I outline it. That's why I've always liked it. I don't know if that looks any good. It kind of does. Oh yeah, okay. So because I only have the soft eraser here to mimic, it's really weird. Or not to mimic, but to do the symmetry. And I don't remember how I did it. I just wish that they all were symmetry, like I don't understand why they didn't do that. Okay. So I'm gonna delete this ruler. The body. I usually do kind of like what it would look like if the animal was shaved. I don't know how to describe that because it's not quite your basic shaves, but it's something. We'll pretend that that's fur. What the heck am I going for here? It's like that. Then I actually pencil in the fur a little bit. There's no visibility in this. Can't even tell what's happening. There you go. Why zoomed out? Still have no clue. I don't know. Usually my version of zooming in is I just go like this. And I'm just... A lot of times that's where I get that stupid shrimp posture, because I'm just like, okay, now I need to like look closer, and I just lean in instead of just going, oh, look at that, I can see. I also got into the habit of cleaning up my line art, or my sketch, because a lot of times I'll send a sketch to people, and I'm like, okay, I need them to be able to see this. Like, if they can't tell at a glance that they like it, or are unsure, because a lot of times people send in sketches, like, even to me, and I'm like, what is happening? That's not the eraser. I don't like this, her shoulder's too big. What the heck is happening? It's not 100. Maybe that's what I'm intending to do. There. Sure, we'll go with that. She'll have back fur, so we can just pencil this in real quick. But yeah, a lot of artists will just like sketch something really messy and go, okay, do you like this? And you know, some people are too polite to be like, I literally can't tell what's happening. You have lines everywhere. But I like to think like my sketches are alright enough, you know? I mean, they're designed to be sketchy and kind of messy, but someone could just take my sketch and outline it. Translates well. Not that I want people to do that, but, you know. Oh well. Alright, I think that's what I'm looking for. Cover up the crap I can't draw. Look at that! I hate drawing animal shoulders, it's so weird. Human shoulder is pretty easy. You can just do like a circle. But there, look, it's all covered. No, her hair is kind of up in the air. I do really like it, but it might change. The music and it threw me off. I'm like, what is that sound? How the heck did I sketch this so fast? Should be illegal. You know, this art kind of reminds me of Lisa Frank. Sometimes when I design characters, I think the same I'm like, this looks just like Lisa Frank. Dude, I need to chill. Crayola. Bam. That whisper needs to stop. The reason why I'm like it needs to stop is because it makes me think you can hear my bird. He sounds just like that. Like, he'll sit there and whisper to himself, and it freaks me out. Yeah, I don't have a loud bird. I have a whispering bird. Yeah, I love the symmetry tool. It helps so much. And then like when you go to do what I'm doing, it's a lot easier. And I like to redraw it just so it looks more natural. Obviously, I don't really need to redraw the whole eye because that's bad. Because only one of them's open. But it helps a lot. GIMP didn't, as far as I'm aware, did not have a symmetry tool. So I had to do it the old-fashioned way. If you draw half of it and then you copy and paste it. Probably since I'm streaming, I always draw faster under a camera. I feel like I've always drawn kind of fast. Like, sketching I can get done in like 20 minutes. Even something really complex. But when it comes to like finishing a whole piece, man, it's just days. I don't know why. I think because I'm too particular anymore. Also, another benefit with symmetry tools, like say you kind of have a hard time drawing a copy of an eye, it can kind of like almost train you on it. Maybe I'll have her tongue sticking out. I give her like a real expression instead of just standard boring. Probably should have mirror tooled the frickin' tongue. Okay, it's just been a minute. Because back in my day of only a few years ago, you had to do the mirror tool yourself, and I got really good at it for a while. I was like one of the only kids in my school that drew and could like, sounds kind of weird to say drew, that drew but like would mirror everything. So like you'd mirror the, or at least like I would try to, because my art teacher in like 8th grade was like, well, you know, you're supposed to draw a certain way, and she was like one of those people. So she'd be like, okay, you know, so you start with your non-dominant eye, so it'd be like the closed one. You draw that, and then you'd go to your right and then draw it. Well, to prove her wrong, because I got so mad at hearing that, because I was doing it my own way, and she would always lecture me on it, that I literally learned how to mirror eyes without looking at the other one. Spite is a strong motivator. That looks terrible. Like, how can I do this? I've never been good at, like, facial expressions. Let's see. I mean, to be fair, dogs don't really make facial expressions, so that's my excuse. Canines, whatever hyenas are, mongooses. And yeah, there's no wrong way with art. You know, she used to yell at me because I blended stuff with my finger. Literally what my own mom taught me. She was so mad. And I'm like, first off, my mom draws better than you. Secondly, it's art. Look at Picasso's stuff, man. He was famous, and it looks crazy. He didn't follow the rules. And he wasn't even that long ago. It's like, come on. If I'm having fun, art's getting completed correctly. It's that simple. That's the only rule. Have fun. In my opinion. Yeah, there's like, you know, actual rules, like lighting rules and stuff, but you can still have fun with that. Just have 38 different light sources. I don't like his little teeth. Or her little teeth. So I'm gonna do this the smart way instead of just being stupid. Getting tired of not being able to see. Okay. How do I draw a freaking hyena teeth? There's no way I'm gonna know. I've never seen a hyena up close. Like, I could do cat teeth. Oh, they got some different looking teeth. But there we go. Now I got a good picture. I just wanted to kind of be accurate, you know? Instead of just doing the stupid teeth. There we go. Gotta do that clarity. They got these like little mini canines, cause the hyena mouths are weird. I've never seen it. It's like what I'm looking at is like he has this like little fangs like this, and you got your little teeth with the one weird big one, and then you do that, and then it's like this, which is the actual canines, and then you got like your gigantic incisors because they can actually crush bone. Oh, there's a little tooth like that, and then it's the big boy. But that's like how their mouth looks. It's really weird. Yeah, a bit squarish. Yeah, they look kind of similar to Roxy's, like our dog's front teeth. Minus the double fangs. I don't think dogs have that. I could be wrong. I never really looked that close at her mouth either. There we go. But it's almost like cat teeth. Yeah, their molars are super big. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they look kind of bigger. Maybe because their teeth are more, like, crowded in their mouth. But hyenas have really giant molars. There. They're really giant ones. Like I said, they have one of the strongest bites. They're beaten out by like crocodiles, apes, I think, and then you have, of course, the hippo. They might be beaten out by some others, but they're scavengers, so they kind of cheat. Gotta actually message that person back real quick. Hold on. One of my friends was asking how it was going. I was like, well, I'm doing it. Streaming it right now. Maybe she'll join in, I don't know. What I should do. Oh no, y'all will see that now. Back when I had it set up so that it was just recording this software, I could have put the chat. Overlay it. Like overlaid on it. But now I can't because y'all can see it. So I'll just have to miss some chat a little bit. We wing it in this household. Does that even look good? Yeah. We're not winging it. It's not mirrored well enough, and I don't feel like doing it. Let's see. I did it enough in my youth. I think I deserve a break. Didn't think that was lined up right. Oh, by golly, you're right. There we go. What am I doing? I'm pressing everything. That might look good. I'm gonna have to make sure. Okay. And then finish up the ears. Not looking for perfectionism here. So this sketch will be ready for when I finalize the character's design, which I will share in the community tab, what I decide on, and I'll share on my Instagram. Really botched that. Okay. You got your, like, whisker freckle? What are these? I would just call them like whisker freckles, because that's about what they are. You know, your whiskers come out. Like 99% sure that hyenas have whiskers. I think most animals do. Or just weird. Okay, now I can add a little bit more detail. Okay. I hate to stop. Need to stop looking down as much as I do. There we go. I'm gonna get that frickin' bump on my neck. Oh, doctor's gonna make fun of me. I don't think they really would. I could probably find a doctor that would, though. Some of them are messed up like that, but if I was close with my doctor and they made fun of me, I just think it's funny. Man, she looking skinny just like me. That was not intentional. And then I can make this actually not look dumb. There we go. Because these icons on YouTube are kind of small. I want to make sure it's very visible. And then you do the all border, because I'm obsessed with borders. 10. Flip it. That's not a thick enough border. There we go. I like the thick canvas border. There we go. Then I think YouTube are round pictures, it's not even gonna matter. Yeah, it's a wrong picture. I don't care, man. I could probably find a... Should probably make this a little smaller then. Like that, so she's more in the middle. There we go. But I could probably find a reference that would, like, you know, do the circle on it, and if I really wanted it outlined. Okay. Why do I have to sketch so freaking fast? Well, here, I'll save this. The heck? Oh, we're in my thumbnail tab. There we go. There. Save that. I didn't save that. Could you imagine? My battery falls out of my laptop and it dies. I actually had that happen the other day. I went to pick up my laptop and move it so I could rearrange my desk. And I picked it up and I saw something like sitting in the... I have it sitting on like a stand. It was just sitting underneath it and I'm like, what the heck is that? And I flipped over my laptop. It was just my battery. Been out for God knows how long. But I had it plugged in so the laptop didn't care. But I'm like, man, could you imagine if the power went out, my laptop turned off? I would have cried thinking that my laptop got fried. Well, I still like her hair. I just still don't really know if I like her tail, and then her back's a little too plain. But, like I said, you're never done making a character in one day. That is so rare. At least once you get more advanced. Or maybe have made as many characters as I have. Or you're just a rarity. I'm gonna move this back freaking up here. There. Is there some color peeking through? It is. I could seize it. It's gone now. There's so many errors on this line art, I don't even want to look at it anymore. So I'm not allowed to be seen zoomed in no more. Trying to think what else. I don't want to get started on the banner because I still have to figure out like her design and then I can do a banner. And I don't have a template on here for a banner. So I might have to call it early. I don't want this going too long with nothing happening. But yeah, Jason, there's no rush. By the way, like, you're wanting to design this, go ahead and take your time. I'll probably just do what I did with this, where I just do kind of sketches of what I want to do, and then I can fill it in later. Because she's mostly hyena looking. I was debating on if I wanted to make her like a true hybrid, like if I wanted to make her, like part dog, which she kind of looks like it, because I haven't drawn hyenas in so long. Or if I want to make her like part cat or part rabbit or something. But yeah, I'd kind of decided against it. I figured I'd just stick with a hyena. It's easier. Of course, part husky. Yeah, do your old art first. Once that's out of the way, then obviously your creative juices get better. Also, this sweater's gray. It looks green. I didn't notice that. It looks green in the thing. And it's weird because it's like a crop top. When I got it for Christmas, I held it up and I'm like, this thing looks like a crop top. And it is. And I'm wearing a tank top underneath of it and it looks stupid. But also, I don't want YouTube to strike me down when I go to stand up. But, yeah. This might be it, because I'm not entirely sure what else to... What did I do on... You're telling me to save it, nothing's happened. I kinda like this. She'll go through some more revisions and then we'll figure it out. I wanted to incorporate more colors into this, which I might try to do. That's why I had so many different, like, color options here. A lot of them, as you notice, have at least, you know, at least there are 5 colors, but she's got less than 5 for sure. I mean, she's got a lot, like, in her eyes. That bumps it up, but, like, if you just count body colors, it's just 3. She needs more than that. Because I don't like to count skin color, eye color. That's cheating. Draw a goose. I don't know if I can even draw a goose. I'll just call it illustration. I don't know why I picked up my pen so fancy. Y'all didn't even see that. Oh. It's my friend Jackie messaging me, so that's why I feel bad, like, not responding. Because I haven't heard from her since 2016. Like, quite literally. It was so sad. Alright, I'm gonna look up a goose, because doing this by memory, it's gonna look even more cursed. I forgot that I looked up goose dinosaur skeleton, because I was trying to make a point to someone. I'm like, geese would look weird if you just took their skeleton and assumed. You know what? I need a better picture. You know, that's a picture. So we're gonna zoom in, because I'm just gonna do a tiny goose over here. And I'd love to do streams like this, where I just go, what am I drawing? And then someone just tells me. So you got, like, your... We're not doing this. We're not doing this. So you got, like, your eye. It's got, like, that ominous shine on it. Tired of trying to do this shine. It's like that. No, the beak doesn't do that. It's like an arrow, man. It's like... Look at this goose. I'm kidding. Oh! I don't care. I'll start over. I was drawing with my, my niece. And she was like, draw a cat. And I'm like, alright. So I drew a cat. And then I drew a wolf dog looking thing. I don't like the smile. They don't smile, they frown. Frown line. They're like that. They just look miserable all the time. Look at them. And you do his neck. And then their wing like goes like this. Okay. Caricature goose. He's got the big breast meat. Or like when they have an egg, it's like that. They get like the one boob. I'm assuming geese do that. This is how I would draw a goose. It kind of reminds me of the goose from Aristocats. And you got your feet, and they're just flat and weird. Quick and easy. Quick, easy duck feet. You just a trapezoid. Oh yeah, and then they got the like little claw boy. He's a little malnutrition, but he's fine. The big the big breast meat. See, is that better? Look at that. Oh, I have a hair on my hand. See, look at that. I don't know. I never owned geese. I had a friend that had geese, and I never really got close to them. like with the geese. I got close with my friend, but not close with the goose that she had. I don't normally draw geese. Or birds in general. Like, my bird just looks like this. Like, he always looks happy. Listen, don't get mad at me. He's got like the side eyes. But he'll look happy like this. This thing looks like a pigeon. But I don't draw my bird. No racing allowed. I'm just gonna wing it. And then he always looks mad. He always looks happy but mad at the same time. No, don't get mad at his weird eyes. That's literally how bird eyes work. They don't. Look at this. They have weird dark eyes. It's like a good cover up you being close friends with a goose. I wish, man. Geese are crazy, but they're kind of funny too. This is a pigeon, man. This does not look like my bird. It's pigeon spies in disguise. That's like my mother-in-law's favorite movie. I swear to God, she had that movie on like all the time. She's probably played it like 16 times through since it's come out. She normally doesn't do that. What else can I draw? Draw a deer. Kinda, but not really. Movie's so cursed, you love it. I know. It just cracked me up because I didn't know anyone was fully aware of that movie. Until you guys all started talking about it, and I was like, oh yeah, my mother-in-law really likes that movie. Listen, I'm drawing this without a reference, so bear with me here. Looks like a cow now. Looks like a cow, horse, donkey. And then you can sometimes like see the other eye like that. Man. Look at that. I'm not drawing the rest of the deer because I don't feel like it. There, it's kind of a deer. Like if a kid drew this and was like, this is a deer, I'd be like, yeah, it is. Look at it. They threw a Tom Holland Will Smith fan fiction. I've never watched the whole thing. I never did. There you go, and he's shook and happy. I don't know what the heck their mouth looks like. Here, we'll just make him crazy. Look at him. And he's got like the... There, he's crazy. Man. Oh, he's super sus. I was like, there's no way those two guys are gay enough to warrant it. Oh. Yeah, watched it and they definitely were that gay. See, I looked up and said deer and he said that's what you were trying. You can kind of tell because it's like it's a buck without the antlers. Because who likes to draw antlers? Look at this crap. This stuff's hard. I just do that. And then you get like another point. I have the saddest deer. You don't want to hunt these ones. I can't even. My hand don't want to work no more. It's shaking. My curse not pigeon. I think it's how you spell. Oh my gosh, is that not how you spell pigeon? I only know how to spell Pidgey. Like, Pokemon's let me down. Yeah, pigeon. That just looks wrong. Your horn is... yeah, my horn is definitely too far back. I just don't like drawing the antlers. The antlers are so hard. Like, without sketching them first, like doing your skeleton and like trying to plan. I don't know. I don't look at deer. I got into him for a minute and then I was like, this is too difficult. Like, even his snout's too, like, whatever. He's crazy. Look at him. My knot pigeon. Just draw a bunch of squiggly lines and hope for the best. That's about how I feel. I had a character that had antlers and I'm like, why did I do this to myself? There's no point. There's no point to that. Also, what? Oh, because I keep hiding this layer and it's like, oh, you gotta save it. Makes me nervous because just the other day I finished the line art of someone's art piece and then I closed it and it asked me to make sure. And I was like, well, yeah, you know, I knew that I hid and reshowed a layer a couple times on a different drawing I had open, so I figured that's what it was asking, but it was not. It's even worse. Yeah, at least you can tell it's a deer. Oh well. One day I'll get better. I used to not be able to draw birds at all, and that's still kind of a bird. It looks like a pigeon budgie, but... draw a tree. Alright, I gotta show how I'm picking up this pen. So the pen's sitting like this, and I'm always like... for no reason. Like, no one can see it. I do it better than that, but it's just so weird. Let's see if I can draw a tree. See? I'll do it thicker. Cause you gotta draw like the trunk. And then it like usually splits off up here. You know what? I can actually like cheat a little bit. Cause I just downloaded a bunch of brush. That looks terrible. A bunch of brushes to do leaves, cause I really struggle with leaves. But dude, I don't have trees near me, like at all. I have some trees, but they all look the same. I hate drawing the bases of trees. I just do like a vague idea, and then I'm like, okay, let's come over here. Where do I want this? Probably in paint. What is this? That's not what I wanted. You see, this is the tree brush, I'm assuming. Is this all I get? Yeah, okay, so then you take your green. You start with the darkest green. You kind of bunch it up where you've had it, your freaking line art. It's gonna be the saddest looking tree, but bear with me. You take your brighter color. Brightest color. See, it's kind of a tree. It's a happy little tree. It's a depressed little tree. There, it looked kind of happy. And then you cheat. So you blur it a little bit, and it blends better. Getting better at them. I've been drawing them more in backgrounds. but I'm still not to a point where I can really draw them. I tried to take my notebook outside and I, like, do what my mom said to do, which was to, like, actually look at the tree and kind of study it, but it's so hard because the leaves are in the way. And then in the winter and fall, like, the trees take so long for the leaves to fall down, you know, at the, you know, part of this state that I'm in, that, like, by the time that they've fallen and I can go outside and draw, it's snowing. Like, I don't even get to study the dang thing. Yeah, put in tiny sticks. I can do a better tree than this someday. I just think I'm like, I've hit the point where I'm burnt out. Because I did the line art of this the other day and I was already burnt out. I definitely have a limit. Well, I think I might wrap up this stream here. And then another day, we can come back to like a sketch page. Oh my goodness. Because it is fun to do, and I need to get better. Most artists I know, what they do is they do something like this where they warm up and then they go into drawing this. But I've always found, like, if I do a warm up first, I get too fatigued to continue drawing. Like, this fatigues me. Nice watching me draw. It's fun. It's just hard to commentate. Like, what the heck do I talk about? Put too much green over the top of the perfect trunk and branches. Yeah, there's a lot of green. But I'm also trying to do it on a tiny, tiny tree. I think this brush is more meant for, like, if you're doing a bigger background. I think that's really what it's meant for. And then, like, you want some leaves down here. Not these neon green leaves, but it's worse. But that's what's great about this. Let me just hit undo. It's a neat brush. I have to remember it's in here. I probably never will. I can put it in here. Vegetation. That's probably where it freaking goes. I'm silly. No, don't open it. You're opening it. You opened it. I knew it. Man. There we go. Alright. Move this tablet thing out of my way. So I can actually see. I'll just put it in my lap. Can move it later. But, well, thank you everyone who came to this stream. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Getting rambly. I have no clue where I'm going from here. So I feel like it's a good time to wrap it up. I hope to stream again in a couple days. It just depends. I'm kind of taking it easy. Probably up until New Year, because I want to get the thumbnail stuff done. But, yeah, I hope to do more of these in the future. And, thanks. Alright, good night, good day, good everything.